way too high over here.
Well, you shouldn't have smoked so much dope.
No, I didn't smoke anything. Alright, I'm gonna shut this line off in a second. Just being a jerk, everybody.
Well, it's the dog days of summer.
Okay, no, I have to move. Can you pick up this box?
Pick up the box?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, put it down.
Put it down?
Yeah. No, not there.
Where?
On the floor.
Put it on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, now what do you want me to do?
That's too low.
Yeah, I'll just come down like this. Hi, everybody.
Give me my book.
We're professionals. See, this is how a professional YouTube operation works.
Yeah, put the book on there.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, want me to stay down low like this?
No, it's fine. Sit up.
Sit up?
Yeah, come a little closer. I'm not that close. Back up. Alright, good, perfect. Just stay
Perfect?
there.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Hi,
stay there.
everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. So, are we good now?
We're alright.
Let's just make this whole live about changing positions.
Yeah, let's
and
not.
Let's try different things.
Let's not do that. Alright, we're inside because it's raining.
Yes, it's wet outside.
Uh-huh. What's
Okay.
up, everybody?
What do you want to do now?
Say hello to everyone.
Hi, everybody. We already did that.
Oh.
But now you have to say hi. See, I don't know who's here, so I don't know who to say hi to.
Well, you know, the usual suspects.
Ah,
Let's see, Mexican step.
yes. Tiki Farley is always like the first one in.
Let's see, old cars and music. Who else is here? Speed Demon, Landon Custom Classics.
When he's eating the box.
Oh,
What
she
should I
already
do?
started chewing on it, so.
But you want to
Bill McKiska,
let her eat the whole
Shane
thing?
Lincoln, you can pick it up.
All right. Yeah. She's had it already.
Let's see, Food Bar,
Bar!
Ben Braddock.
Oh.
Adrian Pacheco Cervantes.
Nice.
Hey, dude. Let's see. Terrence Seymour, Chongo 68, Richard Pelvin,
I never spin
Bruce
around during these lives.
Johnson,
You ever notice that?
Danny Boy, Deep Truth, Rich B1.
I'm gonna do the whole live spinning around in the chair.
She's chewing on my shirt. What are you doing? There's not, oh, there's treats in his pocket. There were treats in his pocket. That's why she's chewing on my shirt. I'm like, why are you chewing on my shirt? Get out of here. Okay. The Detail Donkey, Lance Bon Giovanni. Did I say Stan Lincoln?
Yes.
BB 400 Dart, Mark Shepard.
What's going on, guys?
Look at what she's doing to me.
What's she doing?
She's chewing on my shirt.
Well, they don't know what's happening.
I
Winnie
said
is
you.
Winnie is trying to eat Kathy's shirt.
Yeah, I had treats in the pocket.
Yeah.
Alright, so Philip Reed sent you super chat.
Thank you, Phil.
Let's see. Hang on. It says, I don't know what's more fun. Replacing a radiator or trying to hunt down a manual that Ford made in 1979 and never made again. Gotta love emissions. Live this
A
way.
manual?
Yeah.
You mean a manual transmission or a manual book?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I guess a transmission.
It's all good. I think I'm becoming far too relaxed doing this live.
He doesn't care.
I don't care anymore. Think of me what you will. This guy's nuts.
Yeah, why are you watching this? Yeah, Winnie, stop. Good girl. I love you. Alright. Let's see. Oscar Gonzalez says hello there.
What's going on, Oscar?
Mexican specs says service manual, Tony.
Service manual.
Uh,
So what do you need a service manual for? You can't find the information just on Googling?
no. She's chewing on everything.
Yes. It's the chaos. It's the in-house Sunday night chaos. Winnie.
Is Dr. Art here? Oh, no, I didn't see Dr. Art.
So people like Kathy stuck a couple of seconds of Winnie chasing the hose, the water. And people seem to like that. I think we're gonna have to do more dog stuff.
More dogs?
More dog stuff.
Where's Dr. Art? Somebody's responding to him, but I don't see. Oh, he says hello. Hello, Dr. Art.
Greetings, Dr. Art. Grandpa
Zero
Art.
here. Let's see. It's called being genuine, Zoe. This is called being genuine.
What is?
I'm not caring, I guess.
I don't care. I don't care. I stopped caring a long time ago.
Look at you. Oh, well, this is very up and down. So can you sit up straight at least? Can you raise your chair a little bit? If you put it all the way down.
Well, yeah, but it's now it's weird.
No, it's a little weird. You can put it back down. That's too low. Alright, it's fine. Leave it alone.
All right, I'm gonna go back down. I like that.
You should have done it off the computer.
No, this is good. This is good.
Alright.
Why don't you turn that
What
a
do you
little
want me to
sideways? Here, like this.
No. Then I
watch,
can't
like this,
read it.
like this.
And then I have to hold it.
You can't do it like that?
No.
Just like that.
No, I have to hold it. No, I can't go like that. Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
I try to make creative, stuff, and she stymies it.
Oh, yeah.
She
all the
stymies my
time.
creativity.
Uh-huh.
She keeps me in the box.
Oh, yeah. These two says, Tony, did you test drive the new intake?
No, I haven't. You know why? It's out of gas. I put the tank in it, but I didn't put any gas in it afterwards. And I realized that after I shot the video. I did want to take her for a ride, but yeah, it was out of gas. And I was like, this doesn't mean enough to me right now. So I went home and ate.
Tony. Philip Green sent you a super chat.
Thank you.
Did you see? It's called the ESSDS and has the vacuum diagram.
Oh, you mean vacuum routing diagram for 79 Ford. That's a special thing. I'll tell you, because Fords were notorious for that. They went berserk, like around 1976, 75, 76, up until like the early 80s. Vacuum lines up the wazoo. And they're all meaningless. Like, seriouseliminate 100% of them, run a vacuum line on that car, non-ported vacuum to the distributor, and then call it a day.
Somebody is stifling ingenuity. Would
Yes.
that be me?
Yes, she's always stifling, always.
No.
I'm like, sometimes I want to break out the banjo, and she's like, no, don't do that. People don't want to see you play the banjo. Sometimes I want to recite some of my poetry. I've written a lot of poetry.
Oscar Gonzalez says, please tell us about those 3 ribbons of Winnie. Oh.
That's
Can
my
you see
fault.
the 3?
Yeah, where are they? This one is
more than 3.
novice
We're
dog
working
trick,
on it. Yeah,
intermediate dog trick, and canine good citizen.
right. We're working on her advanced dog trick right
Yes. Well, right now she's playing with. They're hearing all this noise in the
now.
background. They should know what's going on.
Those are Maggie's nails because she is mean. And I try and cut them, she tries to bite me. So.
So you're hearing noises, and that's what's going on. This is constant. It never stops.
Did I go for a ride on the Honda yet? No.
She
No.
won't get on there.
I'm not getting on there.
She's too smart to get on there. And I gotta tell you something. So I don't like that bike.
You don't like it?
It's fun. I'm gonna do. So I was actually gonna do it the other day, and Logan. That's why I haven't dropped it off to you for the detailing
Oh.
yet. So Logan has a shop here.
You could detail something else.
What do you want him to
I
detail?
don't know.
We have so many things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's why I haven't dropped it off yet, because I still haven't shot the video. But I don't like the bike. The only thing I like about it is that well, there's nothing I like about it. It's huge. It's huge. It's unpleasant to do anything except, like, you hit the road at 70 miles an hour. That's the only thing it does well.
Yeah, and you don't do that.
I'm really not into it.
No.
But I feel compelled to keep it because it's so extreme. If that makes any sense. Does that make any sense? Probably not.
You should probably sell it.
Yeah, but then you know what happened was? I would be like, I need something extreme. What are you doing?
Dante already sent a picture. What am I doing?
Dr. Art sent a picture.
Yeah.
Don't you know we're live
I
right
know,
now?
well, he knows you're live because
But
he's
you're
on
not
there.
paying attention to anybody. I don't know
Oh my
what.
goodness. Here.
Nice knees, Dr. Art. Oh, Dr. Art being a grandpa.
Yeah, cute. Very nice.
Yes, now you can call him Gramps and it's not an insult.
Gramps. Aw, sweet. Beautiful. Danny Boy, every Sunday. Zero Fox Given says, what would cause a 727 to not shift into third gear when it's in drive?
What would cause it to not shift into third gear when it's in drive? But you get third manually, but you don't get it automatically. So in other words, like if you upshift from second to drive manually, it'll go in, but it won't upshift on its own. Probably a bad adjustment on the kickdown linkage.
Annoying noise, jeez.
Well, I mean, welcome to my world. It's constant. At least they're not barking.
Yeah.
That'll come. That'll come. That really is annoying.
You can come and clip Maggie's nails if you want.
You can't clip Maggie's nails.
Try and
She
bite
won't
you.
let you near her feet. She'll let you do like one.
Please send your dogs to get their nails cut. You know, okay, only one of them has longer nails, and that's Maggie. And that's because she tries to bite me.
Yeah.
I asked the vet instead of it.
I'm gonna-
She didn't get back to me yet.
I'm gonna excommunicate them. How do we do this? Come on, let's get cookies or something. Come on.
I know that my dogs need nails cut.
Come on.
They do get groomed. It's just Maggie. Don't ask Maggie's permission. She tries to bite me. What would you like me to do? She's insane. Don't ask for permission. Should I sit on her while she bites me? Muzzle. She's beyond a muzzle. She's beyond crazy. I cannot cut her nails. She needs a sedative.
Okay.
Be the alpha. Oh my god.
Oh, she's still in here. All right, all the others are out. Okay.
I'm getting yelled at about Maggie's nails.
What?
They're saying that I need to cut her nails, and I need to not take Maggie's permission to cut her nails. They don't know Maggie.
They don't know. You don't know Maggie.
A
You don't know Maggie.
muzzle isn't gonna do it. Maggie needs a sedative.
Yeah.
She's insane.
Catch.
You can do damage to them. I think they have Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Clippers.
Their nails
Yeah.
get long, and then the vein grows with it, so you have to be
Yeah.
careful. You can only trim them a little bit at a time.
Right, and
Yeah.
she's not stable.
You don't understand Maggie.
She needs a sedative,
She's not a.
and that's it.
She looks like a little fluff, but she's not.
She hates UTG has also. I have proof. 0 says. Do we have a sheepdog? We have a sheepdog. Yeah, we do.
We have a sheepdog.
We need a
She's not
sheepdog.
really a sheepdog. That's a sheepdog?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That's what
She's
she
a
is.
sheepdog, yeah. Well, when I think of sheepdog, I think like the cartoon sheepdog with all with the really long hair.
You mean Old English?
Sheepdog.
Yeah, that's an Old
Yeah.
English sheepdog. Hello, Tony from New York, Long Island. Big fan here. Jay Bowman.
What's happening, man?
He's from Long Island.
Long Island. Deer Park.
Greasy Garage to say, boss, hope everyone is well this evening.
We're all very well. Oh, no, we're not.
What are you drinking?
Tang.
Tang.
Yes. That's the drink that Stanley Kubrick sent the astronauts into space with.
All right.
Yeah.
SYD Ryder says this dog is super smart. Who are you talking about?
Me.
You?
Yes.
J-Bone says not far from Deer Park.
Deer Park was a good place. We used to hit that on Friday nights.
I have a cousin in Huntington. long guy.
No, when we used to go street race.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I have a cousin that lives in Huntington.
I have a lot of cousins on Long Island, but we don't talk to any of them.
No.
It's like a branch of the family that went off.
Yeah. Yeah, my cousin doesn't talk to me either.
Yeah, well, it's different.
He's like a rocket scientist or
Yes,
something.
he's too smart for me.
He is. He's too smart for me. Let's see. Let's see. Ben Braddock sent you a super chat.
Thank you, man.
He says you put up so many great vids about fake/clones and Fender tags. Codes like paint, drivetrain, etc. have designated places on the main tag, but when it comes to the factory installed options, is there a particular order?
I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
The options, is there an order?
In order that the factory installs options?
No, that's not what he said.
No, I'm.
He's asking about the tag. The Fender tags.
Yes.
Codes like paint, drivetrain, etc. have designated places, so
Yes.
you know where that's going to be on the tag.
Oh yeah.
Is there?
Well, it changes from generation to generation.
He's asking. Hang on. Designated places on the main tag, but when it comes to the factory installed options, is there a particular order for factory options on the paint tag? Are they even on the paint tag, or are they on
the whole point of the paint tag is factory installed options. There's dealer installed options, which
well,
wouldn't
no,
appear
that's
on there at
separate.
all.
Those are on the sheet if you get it right. The
No.
data sheet. No.
No, the broadcast sheet and the Fender tag are going to show
Everything.
what was ordered. So the salesman checks off certain boxes, and those boxes are sent to the factory.
Is that
The
with every
factory prints out a
brand?
broadcast sheet.
Every brand. Chevy
Mopars,
too?
come on, Mopars.
Oh no.
Right. Well, I mean, the system is going to be the same for pretty much all of them.
Okay.
So once the factory gets the order, they print out the broadcast sheet that gets sent down the assembly line with the car, and as it goes to each station, they look at it and say, okay, well, this one gets white wall tires, and this one gets a sunroof, whatever it happens to be, right? And then at the end, no, they print out the Fender tag first. They take the broadcast sheet, print out the Fender tag. The Fender tag goes down the line with the car, with the unibody. But I don't really know.
What the order is.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Somebody says your audio is too low. You need to upgrade.
That's the most expensive thing on earth that you've got there. What did that cost us?
Expensive.
Yes, that was ridiculous.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pound those buttons. Why don't you use the microphone that I bought you?
The microphone on this?
No, the Rode microphone. What?
Now?
I don't know if they can hear you. I don't know. Can you hear Tony? Can you hear him? Is he too far away from me?
Closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scroll Fire says sounds good here.
Then I'll move back.
No. I think it's the hard walls and floored room maybe.
Yeah, this is not optimum for shooting this type of thing. But it's raining out.
Right. We can hear just natural room reverb.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear just fine. Alright. Sorry, maybe we should put carpet in here.
No, this is good the way it is.
Then they won't hear the dog's nails.
Well, that's true.
She just got her nails
We
cut.
could put a throw rug here.
Yeah. You mean an area rug?
Area rug.
Mm-hmm.
I want to throw the area rug, which would make it a throw rug.
Okay. I can hear you best. Alright, good. Scroll Fire says Kathy has a sweet radio voice.
You do. You belong on radio.
I do. I know.
You should.
If I pay attention to how I'm talking.
What would you, if I was to say, here's a radio show, what would the topics be?
Oh, what was I don't want to talk about anything.
I'm
I'm not a chatty person. I'd be like, go ahead, talk about something. What are you gonna talk about?
The only sounds she ever makes is when we're doing these lives. Other than that, she walks through the house.
Yeah, I really
silently.
don't talk.
She goes through life silently.
I kind of do. Yeah. What would I talk about? I don't know. Dogs.
Oh, okay.
I talk about art. Nobody wants to talk about that, even me. I don't know. This is the only things I know about. I want to hear Tony's dog start barking. No, you don't.
Oh, give it a few minutes. Some will fire her off.
Chatty Cathy and the Morning Circus, 6 to 10 a.m. on WUTG.
I like that. I like that. Very good.
Yeah. It could have been on WPLJ. Remember that?
Sure.
WPLJ.
PLJ was only good for about like a year or two.
Yeah.
But it was
WNEW.
WNEW was the good station.
Let's see. Cheese. I don't have any cheese on me. Sorry.
You have any cheese in your pocket?
No, I had treats in my pocket, and I guess there was like a crumb in there. And that's what she was chewing on.
Well, I just thought you generally keep cheese in your pocket.
Sometimes I do, and sometimes I go to the store and I'm like, well, why do I stink? What is that smell? Why do I smell like that? And then I'm like, oh, I put my hand in my pocket and there's old cheese and like liverwurst. I'm like, oh, no wonder I stink.
Now, you just said that, and there's a portion of the population watching this right now that doesn't
Why does she have
understand.
cheese and liverwurst in her pocket?
Right.
Because I train the dog. Sometimes I'll put on a sweatshirt and I'll put like treats in my pocket as I'm training her at the club, and like I'll be there for like a couple hours, so I don't, think about the food in my pocket. And then sometimes I'll just come home and hang my sweatshirt up and not realize I have food in it.
Let's switch places.
No.
Let me do that and you
No,
do this.
absolutely not.
Why?
I have nothing to talk about. Except
You were just talking,
cheese
you
in
were
my
doing
pocket.
good.
No.
Chatty Cathy in the morning.
It's me. What do you want to talk about, Tony? Now
Whatever
I have to
they
pay
want to talk
attention
about.
to how I talk. Now I feel self-conscious.
Oh, stop.
And sometimes my accent is very bad.
I want to talk about whatever they want to talk
Alright,
about.
what do you guys want to talk about? Kathy Bananas, that's me. Stupid name, Tony.
That's her street name from back in the day.
Street name. Alright. Let's talk about you, Tony.
Cheese it, Kathy Bananas.
Oh my goodness.
The fuzz is coming.
Things and stuff. What questions do you have?
Me?
People's, not you.
Oh.
You're like, I have so many questions.
How high is up?
How long is that? Right.
It's the sound of one hand clapping.
Let's see. Dolce says, how much can I sell a running and driving, decent condition, 1969 Thunderbird for?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. They don't bring a lot of money. That kind of car. I'm not saying it's not a nice car. They just don't bring a lot of money. I don't know, man. I don't know. You have to. I bet you somebody in here would know. Jeff from Two Hacks Garage would know.
Oh, you think?
Yes.
Chillbird hand-rolled cigarettes, Zero says.
What did he say?
Chillbird hand-rolled cigarettes. Who is buried in Grant's tomb?
That's a trick question. I remember that. What was that? Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Who? Who is buried in Grant's tomb?
What do you mean who?
Oh.
I maybe have one of those flashbacks.
Okay.
You know, it stays in your spine your whole life.
I know. It's scary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have done that. I haven't started my engine for a year. What precautions should be taken?
I mean, and was it stored like inside? Like, was it sitting in a garage or a storage unit or something? Probably nothing. Turn the key and go. Not prime the carburetor, send it to crank it, and give it a shot. I wouldn't think twice about it.
Okay.
If it was sitting outside, exposed to the weather, that's a different story.
From with Carl says I was born in '76, so I missed it.
Missed what?
I don't know who.
Who? No, there was. Who was buried in. Right.
What?
No. Who's on first?
Ask Tony. What did you think? No, that's politics. I can't ask him that.
Ask me.
I don't think you watched it actually.
What?
The interview with the woman that's running for president.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
I just saw little bits of it.
Yeah,
It's the whole thing is just so absurd. It's just so absurd.
You don't pay attention to that.
It's a show, and I'm bored with that show.
We have this show. Okay, Chris Denny sent me a super chat.
Thank you.
I built a 500 pump gas stroker for my 72 Cuda. It's a 4-speed with a 391 gear. Town driven, little strip, vacuum mechanical or lock distributor.
I would no vacuum, just pure mechanical, and like 20 degrees total. So or 20 degrees of advance. So you want about 34 degrees total. So you want to set it. You want to limit it to about 20 degrees. So you want to set it at like 14 initial, and I wouldn't worry about the vacuum. Not for that kind of combination.
Oh, Phone with Car says missed the street racing scene in the 70s.
Oh, it was great.
So did I. You weren't really there. You missed a lot of it.
First time I was at Fountain Avenue was like 1978.
Yeah, but you missed a lot of it in the early 70s.
Oh yeah, I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm right. I didn't
Right.
see it either.
I was 16 in 1978.
1978?
Yeah.
I was 12.
Yeah.
I was a baby. How many boomers were conceived in who knows? In the backseat of a car? Who knows? I don't know. I
All
don't
of
answer
them.
that question.
The whole generation.
Let's see. Rich B1, Uncle Tony. Was there a difference in Dodge versus Plymouth high impact colors? Were they the same codes or just different names?
Yeah, same codes, different names.
Let's see. I was in the 6th and 7th grade in 78, Danny Boy says. Right?
I got thrown out of school sometime in 1978.
So was I, Danny Boy.
Probably towards the beginning of 78. And at 16, yeah, I was already working as a mechanic.
We were still in grade school.
Yes, you were a little child.
A child.
Yes.
Looking forward to the new intake on the Jeep, Jimmy Hack says.
I'll put gas in it tomorrow and take her for a rip.
Oh my God, you're such a hack, and you're so lazy.
I swapped out the gas tank,
Yeah.
and I just completely forgot, because I did that a few days ago, and then I got busy with other stuff, and just completely forgot to put gas in it.
Oh, shut up, Zero. It says 1978, I was 5. Good for you.
We were different. I see like 16-year-old kids today, and they look like 16-year-old kids.
They look like children.
They look like children. But so if you go
Even
back,
adults look like children. I'm like, how old are you?
yeah. But if you go back in time, like like in the Civil War, there were like 14-year-olds fighting, and like in World War I, there were like 16-year-olds fighting. World War II was all 18-year-olds fighting, right? Just swarming all over the world, flying planes and bombing everything into complete oblivion. 18 years old, So like, but today, like you look at a 16-year-old, and it's like, Can you even wear long
They
pants?
can't even wipe
You
themselves.
know what I mean? It's like,
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
there's definitely a difference.
No, it's definitely a difference. Let's see. Scroll of Fire says I actually had a draft card.
Yeah, I had to sign up for it.
They're going back to that now.
Selective service.
You have to do it now.
Well, I was mandatory. I had to sign up for it.
Wait, well, it's mandatory now again.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. Send them all.
Send them all.
Send them all. I think everybody under the age of 45 should be drafted.
Under 45?
Yes, everybody.
That's pretty fit.
Toughen them up a little bit.
I don't think anybody over 50 should go though. They could do like office jobs.
Well, I mean, honestly, it should be the other way around. You shouldn't send kids off to war. You should send old people off to war.
How are they gonna fight?
Well, they got guns. It's not like the guys be punching it out in the trenches,
Get off
right?
my lawn.
They have guns and stuff.
Get off my lawn.
They should start the draft at 60.
60?
Yeah, not 16.
It's not enough. 60-year-olds fight.
You think I'm joking? Think about
Funny. UTG
When
for
they-
Secretary of Defense.
it. When they start a war, the very first people that should have to go fight the war are the ones who
That
authorize
started.
the
How
war.
about that?
Right,
Yeah, the
right.
ones that
Congress-
started.
If Congress
you approve
votes
it, you're going.
to go to war, the very first people who should go
You're
are
on the front
Congress.
line. Yeah.
Right. And then after that, you draft all the 70-year-olds, and when you're done with the 70-year-olds, you move down to the 60-year-olds. When you're done with them, you go to the 50-year-olds.
What
You
about
keep
the
working your way
80-year-olds?
backwards. They're too old.
They're too old.
Yeah, they can't see shit. They're all like, they'd be all shaky and everything, right?
Ladies first, yeah, you think so?
But if, no, seriously, if war was done the right way, you know, if you could do war the right way, it would be you send the
I think you can do
instigators
it
first.
The right way.
You know, oh, you want to go to war? Fine, go. Here's a
Yeah,
gun.
you just start.
Right? Oh, you voted for that? Here. You know? And then you send the old people who, you know, and you keep working your way back.
It's an old
Yeah.
people. No.
Your last wave is going to be like preschoolers.
Skull of Fire says my mom was born in 1917 and she had no driving test, just a written test.
1917.
Well,
That was back when they used to make. So if a woman was driving, somebody had to ride in front of the car with a flag, or walk in front of the car with a flag. Isn't that right?
No, I never heard of that.
Yes. Look it up.
No, you look it up.
I can't look it up. My phone's
No.
inside.
I'm not looking that up.
When in the early days of cars, whenever a woman was driving a car, somebody had to walk in front of the car with a flag. Which I think they should still have that.
Really?
Yes.
I've seen some pretty bad male drivers, sorry.
I'm not saying, you know, that the women are all bad drivers, but
Hello world, hello Abel D.
what's happening?
That is true, I believe, Torino's Elite says. Look at it, y'all. Let's see. 80-year-olds would probably surrender for a cone. Ice cream cone. Every old person walking out of DQ has one. Look, we can't make fun of old people. We can't.
No.
Let's see. Zero says it was law offices first, walking in front of rich folks in their cars. We should send the lawyers first, right?
Well, all of the politicians are
All the
lawyers.
politicians, and yeah, they're all lawyers.
They're all
right?
start
Yeah,
off
they
as
can all
lawyers.
go. They can go.
Right. Actually, I think that we should use lawyers as ammunition. I think if you're gonna
Sorry
fight,
to our lawyer viewers.
if you're gonna fight a war, the very first things you should use for ammunition would be the lawyers. Fire lawyers into the opposing.
Okay, this has nothing to do with cars, Johnny.
Who agrees with me? I'll tell you what. I guarantee someplace in our audience here, there's a lawyer that's saying, yes, I agree.
Shoot me out of the cannon.
Shoot me out of the freaking cannon. They're not stupid. That's how they got to be lawyers.
So when what's the name said some lawyers got some money, the lawyers were the ammunition for the guns.
Yes.
That's what that song is about.
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah, no, shoot the lawyers over there first.
Some money comes to the lawyers, yeah.
When you run out of lawyers, then you go to conventional munitions.
Warren Zevon. I couldn't think of his name. Warren Zevon. Let's see. Alright, Hank Hill says, what do you usually time a 383 at with today's gasoline?
They all work best somewhere between 32 and 34, 36 degrees, always in that range. And they're all a little bit different, so you can't like say, well, this is the tune-up for this car. They're all a little bit different. They all have a little bit different characteristics, so you just work with what works best for you.
Catfish fires up good. Catfish? Let's see. 99.97% of lawyers give the other 0.03% a bad name. I'm sorry, no one. You're probably a lawyer. See, lawyers get some money, yeah. Depends on the altitude and sea level.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Everything is all dependent. It's all dependent.
Politicians should fight the opposing politicians and let the best man win. Didn't they used to have like duels? Like, isn't that what they used to do?
That was a thing.
Like,
that was a thing. But that wasn't really about settling like international arguments.
A lot of politicians had duels.
Yeah. But seriously, the governments, whoever authorizes, that we go to a war or a conflict, they should be the very first ones. Oh, here's a gun. Go ahead. And then it goes from there.
All right, we're not following. We're not going to go by your rules, Tony. We can't do that.
It's a good rule. Does anybody disagree with that?
Probably not.
If you vote to go to war, you should be the first one with a gun or whatever it is that you're going to fight with. You should be the very first one out there. Don't write a check that your ass can't
Nancy
cash.
Pelosi?
Nancy Pelosi, yes, absolutely.
All right.
She could toss a grenade.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, why not? Or shoot her out of a cannon.
Kings used to lead their armies into battle. This is true. Yeah, they did.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you're the king.
You got the mouth.
Jail.
Now go back it up.
All right. I'll get a full grenade. Imagine Nancy Pelosi in a combat situation.
That would because that would be kind of like depleted uranium, where it's just like it's like a war crime. You can't do that.
Yeah. But she would qualify in the old category and the politician category. See, I went to war earlier trying to give my dogs a bath. I'm sorry, Scott.
We know what that's about.
Yeah, we know what that's about. Let's see. Crappy O'Reilly parts story. Replaced the stemming unit on my truck a few weeks ago. Last week, the fuel gauge suddenly dropped to 0. I'm guessing the float arm fell off.
Yeah, that's so common. I changed the pump in which one now? The Jeep, the red Jeep, the one that you drive every day. I changed that one, and now the fuel gauge goes to a quarter tank and it just drops. Or it used to be able to ride all the way down, but now it hits a quarter and then it just falls like when you pull the plug out. So you gotta do.
Somehow, in my inexperience, I bent a metering rod.
I've done that. I've done that. You can't when you put the top back on one of those carburetors, you can't just, you have to take the metering rods out, because if you let the metering rods hang in the lid there, there's a chance that when you're tightening it down that it's not quite seated perfectly in the jet, and as soon as you put a screwdriver to it, it bends. So what I always do is I just take the metering rods out first, then put it together, then drop the metering rods in.
See, our current. Oh, he's talking about our president. Okay.
The resident, what about him?
It would be great if he's interested, pointed in the right direction. Oh, shoot him out of the cannon, you mean? He's kind of stiff.
Yeah, I don't think he'd do much damage. Just go like splat.
Oh my goodness.
He would probably fall apart in midair.
That's not nice. That's not nice. Let's not talk about mean things.
Okay.
Leave a trail of ice cream, yeah. Maybe that. Let's see. Oh, Dietrich says, sorry, I'm yawning, excuse me. Tony, when do you think we see the Jeep's first 15-second run? When is that happening?
Early next year.
What?
Next year.
How long?
Well, we're in September.
Can't we do it now?
No,
Why?
because we're chipping away at it. We're in September.
How far are you from it?
Oh, quite a distance, right? So we've gone 984, which is like a 1530. We'd have to see a 9.0. So we're still 0.8 of a second away.
So how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna eat that away?
Well, exactly how we've been eating it away. Just making little changes and
But why do I have to wait
alterations.
until next year?
Because I have other things. We're not doing one car. We
What else
try to
are you
update
doing?
it every like 2 weeks or so.
What are we doing?
To what?
What else are we doing?
With?
You said we have other things going on. What else is going on?
I've got to do the valve body for a sleigh hammer.
Okay.
I'm supposed to race somebody, I can't say it yet, with Bottle Rocket.
Okay.
Um,
This year.
this year.
Okay.
And
No, Uncle Tony's not wearing makeup. Why is he's wearing makeup? He barely watches his face. What are you talking about?
apparently,
Wearing makeup.
it's probably the light.
Yeah, probably. Go ahead.
I lost track. I have no idea what
You don't know what we're doing?
I don't know what we're doing.
It's the dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. He doesn't know what we're doing or when we'll see 13s. Dietrich.
Oh, so yeah, we're approximately 0.8. We're approximately 0.8 of the way, right? So a sure grip will take a huge chunk out of it because the cars it's 60 foots are terrible.
The fifth dimension.
If you were to drive that thing, or if I was to take it for a ramp and you're sitting in the passenger seat, you would swear it would run in the 13s because it has that rate of acceleration once you're off the starting line. So it's just a matter of working out the little things. And we'll get there.
How come 60s Mopar got a rot hole adjacent to the fender antenna?
Say that again now.
How come 60s Mopar
60th Mopar
got a rot hole
got a rot hole.
adjacent to the fender antenna?
Okay, so there's it doesn't have all of them. I'm trying to think now. There's like a
I missed
tar.
the super chat.
There's like a tar paper.
Thank you.
There's like a tar paper barrier that bolts to the top of the fender, and if that's missing, then any road debris gets kicked up into the area, and then it ends up directly underneath like where the antenna would be. So if you've got a rot hole there, it's just because that barrier is missing. Can you keep them busy for 1 second?
Why? Where are you going?
I have to make pee in the bowl.
Okay, please.
What do you want to do? Too
Not
much,
announce
too
it.
much coffee, too much tan.
Hey, don't
Write it
use
up.
that bathroom.
Why not?
Because it's gonna make noise.
No.
Craig Simpson, best way to install harmonic balancer. I will ask Tony as soon as he's finished. Sorry, everybody. Oh my gosh. All right, no worries. Let's pull it back away from politics. Yeah, it's hard to talk about politics. You don't like that. Oh my gosh. All right. Too much information. That's what I say. Tony went for a makeup break. Yeah. Probably a good thing he's not wearing the mic right now. This is true. All right. Okay.
Sorry, guys. That's one of the hazards of doing live stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So Craig Simpson sent you super chat. He says best way to install a harmonic balancer.
I tapped them. If you got a brass mallet, right? Okay, let me let her out.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, geez, now they're all coming in. No, there's nothing there for you. Oh, God. So, if you got a brass, line it up. If you have a brass mallet, tap, 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 tap until you can get the bolt in, let's say 2 or 3 full turns, and then you could drag it the rest of the way. That's the way I've been doing it. I know there's harmonic damper tools and shit like that, I know. But that's why I've been doing it for 45 years.
Oops. Oh, sorry. The dog is knocking the iPad. Sorry.
All right, come on. You want cookies? Come on, I'm gonna get you cookies. Come on. Ooh, cookies, let's go.
It's a magical sound, is it? All right, they're gone. It's quiet now. All right, he'll be back in a second. Save 30 seconds getting back by not washing his hands. Tony, did you wash your hands? Oh my goodness. Let's see.
Okay.
Can you shut the door?
You know,
Did you wash your hands?
Yes.
And he washed his hands.
See, you know, we should probably record these lives.
Then I'm gonna be
And
alive.
then we won't have to do this stuff.
Just we play the same live every Sunday.
We could just make up the questions.
That would be good. They could be like, oh, they're playing that same live again. It's like for 36 weeks in a row.
No, we could just record one like every, like let's say Sunday morning, right? Make up the questions and all that. Oh, you got another $500 super chat. Well, thank you.
We really got cut out for this.
I think you get to a point where you become too comfortable doing this shit. I think we're there.
I think it's just that people take it way seriously, and we're just like, we don't care that much. It's not.
That's why we've been successful,
This
because
is
we
a
just
life
don't
or
care.
death. This is.
If you want, seriously, you want to be successful with something, just don't care what you do and you'll be fine.
We appreciate you all very, very much. But what would you think if we put the same live up every week?
It kind of is the same line every
It is,
week.
I know. Let's see. Zero says, well, we can delete and time people out. Oh, okay. He's talking to somebody. Are you deleting people and timing people out? Oh, it sounded like the dogs had some Venetian lines to play with. Yeah. We have 2 dogs with long nails because they're just horrible. And I called the vet for sedatives so I can clip them.
We have to drug them to.
Yeah, they need to be drugged. Let's see. Record a cryptid special and air it every Halloween.
I don't know where we're gonna find a cryptid though.
I don't know.
They're elusive.
Oh my goodness. Stir your tank. It's pretty stirred. It's fresh.
That's good, yes.
live streams will be like the movie Groundhog's Day. We should do that, Tony. I type slow, so give up. How long do you think it would take people to realize that it was one that we did previously and it was recorded? Like they would be typing, they'd be like, "Where's my question?"
Every week there would be new people who would come in that would think it was. I should just. We should have somebody to dress up like me
It's funny.
and do this and see how long it takes for people to catch around.
Oh my goodness. It's too funny. Have the questions on a spinning wheel, spin the wheel and ask the question on the arrow. You could do that. Uncle Kathy be like, "You guys again?" Oh my goodness. What is in the tank? Nothing. Water.
Tank.
Tank.
Ice cubes.
I'm drinking water with a slice of lemon because it's very, very healthy. Not really. Use that annoying. Use that annoying AI voice. You know the one. Deep truth, Tony. Why aren't turbos used on top fuel cars?
They've tried. It doesn't work. I watched a car called the Duraliner. I was back. This was in Pomona in like 1989, I think it was. I don't really remember the year exactly, but it was a car called the Duraliner, and it was a quad turbo top fuel dragster, and they did the burnout with this thing. It was really cool too because it was kind of quiet, you know, compared to the other cars. It had a really radical sound to it, but a quiet sound. And when it took the green, it moved like 6 inches, and it threw everything from the back of the motor to the rear axle out. So like the clutch, the cam, the reverser, the drive shaft, the pumpkin, everything just tossed it out onto the side of the track. The turbocharger just isn't manageable on nitro. It's way too much exhaust pressure.
VW Manxman from Mink says they're sleep deprived or something.
Who, us?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, probably. I get up at 5. What time did you get up?
No, I got up really early.
Yeah. We haven't slept since.
I took a siesta.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Let's see. Is that AI story about Tony still up? I think it is. I don't think we took it down.
I didn't take it down.
It's just terrible. Terrible. Rico Diaz. Can EFI distributors be curved or tunes like the ones on the videos I saw?
Yes.
I have a 95 351W EFI and had to put a new distributor, but I came across your video.
What kind of distributor again?
Oh my goodness, I just lost it. I gotta go look back.
Okay, wait. I said the wrong thing.
I have a 95 351W EFI and had to put a new distributor, but I came across your video.
Okay. Pre-CCC HI distributors can be curved and everything the same way a points distributor or any other distributor can. Post-CCC, so that would be 82 or newer. No, it's all done. All the timing is done. There's no advance. There's no mechanical advance on the top of the distributor. So all of that is done through the computer.
The cheese discussion fizzled out. Were we talking about cheese?
Well, I don't know. Were we?
Oh, I talked about cheese in my pocket.
Provolone is the only one that really
realizing
belongs
I
in
had
the
cheese
sandwich.
in my pocket. Cheese is good scoop.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Rico says thanks. Alright.
Provolone is the only proper sandwich cheese.
Provolone?
Yes.
Mozzarella is good.
No, not a sandwich.
It depends, yeah.
No.
Sometimes mozzarella
No.
is...
No! Mozzarella is a topping.
Tell me now.
Mozzarella is a topping. It's not an
With some
ingredient.
sandwiches. What if I'm eating chicken parmesan here? Then what do I do with my parmesan?
No, you had to, because the chicken parmesan is its own entity, and then you chose to put it in bread, so it's a whole different thing.
You're gonna fight me on this.
I will fight you on this.
Okay.
The mozz is topping to the chicken. Then you chose independently to stick it in bread.
What happens if I'm making a meatball sub and decided to put mozzarella on it? Then what? That's wrong?
I believe so. Sandwiches are generally cold.
No. I've had tons of hot sandwiches.
Generally. The whole, I mean, you go back to the original sandwich, it wasn't hot.
How do you know?
They didn't have ways to heat them back
They
then.
didn't have heat?
Not for a sandwich. The whole point of a sandwich was to take your preserved meats and then, put them in a piece of bread. Provolone would be the thing to use, not mozz. Mozz is a topping. Provolone is an ingredient.
They are generally cold, but a lot of the ones that I have bought in the past have been hot sandwiches. Eggplant parmesan, hero.
But again, see, eggplant parmesan, and then you chose to stick it in bread. Two completely different things, as opposed to like an Italian sub.
Oh, an Italian sub, you put provolone.
Yes.
He's like, yes. Hobo steak and American cheese with mustard. That sounds good, does Reno? On certain sandwiches, Swiss is good. Yes. I agree.
Only if the sandwich is like a hamburger. Swiss is the bread to throw on a hamburger. But Swiss is too gentle to put in as an ingredient.
It's too gentle.
Yeah, it has too
Swiss
gentle
is
of a
not
taste.
gentle.
Yes, it is.
No, Swiss can have a bite. The baby Swiss is more gentle.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right.
And the Gruyere is a more gentle
Look,
Swiss than
Just stick
that.
with provolone.
Oh, shush.
All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Provolone on provolone, yeah. A provolone sandwich. Jersey Mike's sandwich. I've never had that.
No?
I think because somebody said they paid $30 for a sandwich and a drink.
Well, it's like
That's
Subway
very
now. You go to Subway and like they're $5 foot long. It's like $15
I
now.
think we're complaining.
I'm not complaining. It's just absurd.
We're like old New Yorkers that complain.
Subways, I think they're going to be gone soon.
You think so?
They're completely. We have Subways everywhere. There's probably 40 Subways in this town, and they're all completely empty.
Let's see. Do you have a video on predator carburetors?
I do not.
Seed oils are gross. We use olive oil.
We use olive oil.
That's good for you. Subway has gone right down the toilet.
Yeah.
When's the last time you went to a Subway?
Subway used to be really good. Like when you got a sandwich, it was full of stuff. The bread didn't really taste very chemically. Now it's whole different.
Everything tastes
There's
like
nothing
chemicals.
in there. The bread tastes like shit, and they charge you like ludicrous money. You go in there for, just a sandwich, and
They don't put anything on the
they
sandwich.
don't put anything on the sandwich. And it's like $20 walking out the door.
Yes, olive oil is the only oil. That's right. We agree. I liked when the bread was cut out like canoes back in the 90s. Yeah.
I like the bread.
Yeah, the bread wasn't.
I'm not crazy about them hollowing out bread.
Speed Demon says, I used to eat Subways when driving across country for 8 years. I'm over it now, but it was the healthiest choice on the road. Yeah, I'm sure.
We literally were just talking about that the other day, right? Because when I was on the road all the time, I used to live on McDonald's sausage muffins,
Ugh.
right? You can't eat them anymore. They were delicious. They filled you up. They were cheap. They were like 99 cents
Because you're
each.
eating a lot of fast food. And
No, they
eat
changed
fast
it.
food,
They
you
changed
taste
it. They changed it. No, you take one bite of it and it's just like, this is disgusting.
It's chemically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it makes you thirsty for like a day. Olive oil was Popeye's girlfriend.
Yes, she was.
She was.
She was skinny.
Mm-hmm. That's what they said. She was skinny. Let's see.
And it wasn't spelled oil. It was O-Y-L.
Yeah.
Olive oil.
I cannot eat McDonald's sausage. That tangy aftertaste bugs me, Mexican Spec says.
Oh, it's horrible.
There's a crazy
It's horrible.
aftertaste.
And you know what, too? Okay, so this is, I remember this very distinctly. Depending on where you were, they had different sausage. So, like, if you stopped, let's say, in Pennsylvania and got sausage muffin, I would get the sausage muffin with no egg because I don't eat eggs, right? They're okay as an ingredient, but I don't like an egg by itself. So I would get sausage muffin, no egg. And if you were in Pennsylvania, you got one type of sausage. If you were in South Carolina, you got a different kind of sausage. If you were in, depending on where you were, they had sausages that were like tailored to that particular region, and they stopped that. Now it's all this one generic, like, chemical, artificial sausage. It's bugs. It's got to be bugs. Has to be bugs.
Let's not talk about
Yeah.
that. We don't know what it is.
We don't know.
Because they don't really tell you what's in it.
So she got into an argument with an old friend of ours, Eddie Gomez.
It wasn't an argument, but
So she was talking about egg McMuffins.
I made peppers and eggs and potatoes
Right.
for breakfast. So I put it on Facebook. I took a picture of it. I was like, oh, this is really good. It's healthy. And I was like, God only knows what's in an egg McMuffin. So I forgot that one of my friends owned a bunch of McDonald's. Maybe he's watching right now.
Hi, Eddie.
Well, he took offense at that.
What's so bad about an egg McMuffin?
It's natural.
It's an egg and a piece of ham on an English muffin.
Right.
So Kathy found a thing of the actual list of ingredients. like just in the muffin, there's like 60 different chemicals.
There's a lot of sodium in it too.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a lot of salt. He's like, who puts salt on eggs?
Right.
And then I posted the link. I was like,
And he never responded after that.
He
It's
never
like,
responded.
shut
He
him
got
down.
mad at me though.
Sodium glutamate, sodium calcium, sodium, all these different sodiums.
Sorry, Eddie. He's like, what's wrong with egg McMuffin? He's so defensive of McDonald's.
We were kids.
He doesn't own one now. His family used to own a couple of big ones on Staten
On Staten Island.
Yeah.
We were kids and he went to Burger U.
Yeah, he went to McDonald's University.
Yeah. This
He
is
got so mad at me, he was yelling at me. He's like, where do you think it's in? I can debunk any conspiracy theory too. So I was like, oh, I don't have conspiracy theories. I just said
have a
that
list of
my
ingredients.
healthier. That's all.
I don't have a conspiracy theory, I have a list of ingredients.
Sorry, Eddie. Sorry. But I do think that my eggs and peppers and potatoes
Would be healthier than
and olive oil would be healthier than an egg McMuffin. I wasn't trying to trash McDonald's. One of McDonald's was the graduation speak. I don't know, he's talking to somebody else. Haven't been to McDonald's in years. And he's watching this and he's fuming right now because we're talking about McDonald's.
I've cut out all fast food. Like
Barely fast food.
gradually over time, I've cut out all fast food. Like it's like this last year, I don't think have I had any fast? Oh wait, no, Taco Bell. I also had Taco Bell on occasion.
If I'm too tired to cook or something's going on or we have too much work happening. Peppers, eggs, and potatoes and olive oil, yes. This olive oil. What? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. I don't know.
Shush!
Let's see. Uncle T, my M21 gets stuck in second sometimes when I press it. What can it be?
Say that again now?
My M21 gets stuck in second sometimes when I horse it. What can it be?
When he what's it?
Horse it?
Horse it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I don't know.
Define horse it, and
I
I might be able to help you out there.
Occasionally you need fast food. It's good for, no. So you go to the bathroom. That's what he's saying. Let's see. Looks like that cookie trick wore off. What cookie trick?
Oh, well, you give them cookies and it keeps them quiet
Oh
for a
yeah,
couple
no,
minutes.
it's not right now. The cryptid is outside, maybe.
We need a cryptid. How do we
We
get
do
it?
not need a cryptid.
We need Dog Man. How do we?
No, we
get
don't need dog man.
Man?
I have dogs. Synchros.
I don't know what he means by horsing it.
I don't know.
It gets stuck in second.
I don't know. Heavy on the throttle. I don't know. It's heavy on the throttle and it gets stuck in second. I thought this was a car channel.
Nah, it can be.
It is a car channel. Giving it a boot full.
And then
Stomping it, I suppose.
And then it gets stuck in second.
Mm.
Oh God. I can't think of anything in particular that would make it get stuck in second after you get on it hard. No, not a lot.
Shifter linkage?
Well, I mean, yeah, but why only after it gets on it hard? It shouldn't make any difference. It has to be something internal. I mean, does it have any of the symptoms? Does it whine? Does it grind? Does it pop out of gear at all? I mean, I don't know.
Alright, so it's a car channel, but I don't want to get bored because I have to read these questions.
Ooh,
So on Sundays we talk about lots of things.
you know what? I had, it's probably not the same thing, but it does ring a bell. I had an A233 speed that occasionally would get jammed in second. Okay, like I said, not the same transmission, but as it turned out, that thing had no lube in it, and it ended up seizing the transmission. I didn't realize this at the time. It didn't make any noise or have any other symptoms, but it was low on gear lube, and you'd get on it, it would be stuck in second. And then eventually they started making a lot of noise, and when they pulled the plug, it was empty. There was no lube in it. This is going back like eons ago. Maybe a similar situation.
Maybe. Let's see. Squash-based spaghetti is more healthy. It's not full of glyphosate. We're not eating squash.
I'm not eating squash. So, pasta is flour and egg. I mean, it's as simple a thing as you can possibly get.
He's talking about spaghetti squash. It's vegetable.
Yeah, not me. No,
Not you.
not me.
Okay, not you. Hello, Andrew Button. Let's see. Douglas Self says that A233 speed, will it mate up to a 66 318 poly engine that came with the A745?
Yes. Yes, the bolt pattern is the same. You may have to. No, the retainer is going to be the same too. Yeah, it'll bolt right in there.
I suppose you can make a soda flour out of squash. That'd be hard.
To what?
No, you can make a soda flour out of squash. That would be hard. Alright. My leg is asleep.
Your leg is asleep?
Yeah, bad.
Shake it off.
I'm sure.
Shake it off.
Alright.
The dogs
Yeah,
are quiet.
this is spaghetti squash. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
And it's
No,
actually a vegetable that he won't eat.
I won't eat that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I won't eat. Squash is one of them.
Why are the dogs so quiet? Yes, wake up leg. I know. I can't move my foot. Oh my gosh. I hate that. Alright. I don't know, they are quiet though, and I'm not gonna complain about it.
Yeah.
Shake a leg, yeah. Two soft tacos, 15-layer burrito, and nachos with a ton of hot sauce.
What?
I don't know, I guess he's Quoting when
putting
he
it in
buys
order.
it.
He's putting it in order.
How can I help you? WNW, how can I help you?
He's mistaking us for DoorDash.
Maybe. It's possible. Glyphosate is Roundup. Well, I started buying organic pasta.
Which sucked.
No, it didn't suck.
The pasta we had today?
You didn't like it because it wasn't stuck together.
I like my pasta very starchy
Mm.
and thick. And starchy and thick. And this was like rubbery and like, yeah, I wasn't crazy about it.
Mm. Tony, what was worse? What was the worst injury you've gotten working on cars? Ugh.
Oh, God. Well, you would know. You've been
You've
patching
had
me
a
up
lot.
for, I've had a lot. I mean, a lot. The worst injury.
Mm.
Oh, I had, well, I have one I won't even want to talk about here, but it involved a piece of slag.
Mm.
Ending up in a place that I had to pull it out with a tweezer that
Yeah.
you don't want to know
Don't
about.
talk about it.
Worst injury. Probably when I had the grinder explode on me.
Mm.
That was pretty bad. This happened about 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was working on a trailer. I was welding together a gate for the back of the trailer, and I had a right angle grinder, and I didn't have a guard on it. People take guards off of these things. I first thing I would do, I get a right angle grinder, and guard comes off. I don't need this thing. This is for Mary's, right? So I had the grinding disc on there, and I was cleaning up an area that I was about to weld, and the disc exploded, right? It just came apart. And when it did, it kicked back. And when it kicked back, it got me, do you remember all the places it got me? Because it cut me across the thumb,
Uh-huh.
okay?
Up
And
your arm.
it was coming from my face, right?
Mhm.
So I went to block my face, and it got me across the thumb, and then it dug in right here. I got this divot that's about 1/4 of an inch deep. It like went right to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see it now, but if I run my hand over it, you get just like that. Ran that divot. Then it came up like this,
You can
and
see
it cut
the
me here
scar,
like this.
yeah.
See that scar? And then it got me here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it got. This was
You're lucky you didn't hit a vein.
This was super, super deep. This was
Yeah.
like when I looked at that, and you could see almost all the way down to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got me here,
Yeah.
and by this point I was trying to cover my eyes. I was trying to protect my eyes. But this always happened like bzzz, just like that. And then it cut my lip in half right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then it cut my nose in half right over
That's
here.
what that scar is on
Yeah,
you.
that's what the scar on my nose is.
You had a beautiful nose, Tony. It's still beautiful.
Well, it's just got a little bit of a scar on it.
Yeah.
And my lip, well, I could feel
It's
the
cut in half. Yeah.
the scar there, but yeah. So that was
You're
that-
still lucky you didn't hit an artery or a vein.
I'm lucky it didn't get an
You were
eye.
really lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have died. But
So-
and you drove home. There's blood. There was like 1.5 inches of blood on the
Oh,
seat
I
of the
almost
car.
bled out driving home.
And then he comes in, he's like, "Yeah, I hurt myself," and he's bleeding all over the place, gushing. And I took my belt and I wrapped it around his arm because I couldn't tell. And I'm like, "Okay, get in the car." He's like, "No," and I'm like, "I'm gonna kill you. Get in the car right now." I'm like, "Are you alright?" He's like, "I'm a little dizzy." You're dizzy because you don't have any blood left.
I didn't have any blood left, and I was like, "Quick, take a picture."
No, I was like, "I'm not taking a freaking picture."
It was.
No. I was like, "I'm gonna hit you over the head and drag you out right now."
I caught myself in the mirror and I looked like something from a slasher flick, and I was like, "Quick, take a
You're an
picture of
idiot.
this."
You're an idiot.
And she's like, "No." Well, so I'm driving home from. So this happened at the lot. So the place I used to do when we first started doing this channel, where I had the storage units, this happened over there, right? So and that's about 5 miles from the house. So I drove back to the house, and it was in the afternoon. It was like a weekday afternoon like around 3 o'clock when school's let out, right? So the crossing guard, and she'd see me every morning, and there's like a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit whenever the crossing guards are out there. So you gotta just creep along. So the crossing guard is out there, and I'm coming down the road, right, at, you know, like 35, 40 miles an hour. And she steps out in front of the car, and she's like screaming at me, right? And I stopped, and she came up to the window, and I pointed, and she screamed, and she said, go! So when I got back to the house, I said, God, I got hurt.
Crazy.
So she made me go to the hospital, which I didn't want to go to the hospital, right? Because I figured I could just tape all of this up and it'll be fine.
I didn't know if you hit something important, you know?
It doesn't matter.
You had a tourniquet on your arm.
I had a tourniquet on my arm, right?
Because, I mean, if everybody can see the scars, you could see how he was bleeding.
Oh, yeah. I
And
mean,
you don't
this
know,
was,
like, what was hit. I saw the blood was just pouring out of him, and I was like, oh, my God.
I lost so much that it really slowed down a lot. Most of it wasn't bleeding at all because, you know, your body stops sending blood to the places that it's losing.
It's like, I feel a little dizzy. I might pass out.
I need a
I was
steak.
like, get in the freaking car.
So,
I'm going to kill you. He's going to argue with me.
so she made me go to the
I
hospital.
made him go to the hospital.
Right? I didn't want to go to the
I'm a
hospital.
terrible person.
Because I'm used to, you know, healing myself, right? But I am.
And then he kicks me out of the doctor's office.
Yeah.
He was mad at me because I took him to the hospital.
Well, you were being a pain in the ass. I didn't want to be there, and you were being a pain in the ass. So then the doctor comes out, right?
I'm mean to the doctor too.
Yeah, because the motherfucker, he wanted to stitch me up. And I was like, I don't want, you're not going to stitch anything up. I says, just wrap it up, it'll be fine. I fix myself all the time. So just put a wrap
So
on it.
anybody knows if Tony gets hurt, he's really hard to deal with.
He's like, oh, we're going to suture that up. I said, you're going to suture up my ass. Nothing's going to get sutured up. I says, wrap it up and it'll be fine. It'll all go back just fine.
You're like, oh my God, you poor woman.
So I had to fight with the friggin' doctor, right?
Fight with everybody.
So eventually, he did what I told him to do, right? Just wrap it up and let me get the hell out of here. So he did. He wrapped up everything. And look,
Well,
it
because
healed,
you didn't
it healed just perfect.
You didn't hit an artery.
I know I didn't hit an artery, which I didn't need anything all
No,
sewed
you
up.
didn't know that because you were covered in blood and we couldn't tell what
I
was
knew
hit.
blood wasn't squirting out. It was.
Yes, it was. It was pouring out of
No, there's a difference between squirting bloop, 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 and just bleeding, okay? And it was just bleeding. So I made him wrap it up, and I'm fine. You know, everything healed really good. No
Thanks.
stitches.
Thanks, Kat, for taking care of me.
No, I don't
Thanks
do.
for taking care of me.
Please. Do you remember when I gave
Please
myself?
what?
Oh, the
Please
worst
what?
injury I ever had.
Thanks,
That wasn't the
Kathy.
worst injury I ever had. Do you remember the worst injury I ever had? When I gave myself the skin graft?
I don't know if that was the worst injury you ever had.
Oh, that was brutal. That was brutal. So I was oxyacetylene welding the frame on a truck, and actually it was an SS 454 Chevy. I don't know why I remember that.
That's not a truck.
Yeah, the pickup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was a relatively new at the time SS 454, and I was welding the frame on it. Right? They had an accident. They did all the body work. There was a crack in the frame. So I said, all right, I'm gonna oxy. I used to gas weld everything, right? I was a master gas welder. I probably still am, but I haven't done it in a long time. So I'm welding. I welded the crack, and then I plated over it, and I was in the process of finishing up the job. And it was thick metal. I was using a really crazy flame, and I lost my balance. Like I was crouched. I was crouched in such a position. I should have been sitting on something, but I wasn't sitting. I was just crouched down doing the welding, right? Holding like this. And when I fell over, the torch went between my fingers right here, and it blew out all of the meat
That was
between here. So between this, what do you call that?
Finger.
Well, this part, this joint,
You're
it blew out all of the meat between here and here, all the way down here. There was like nothing there, right? So,
It's your finger.
yeah. So I was like, well, what do you do with this? You know, this is a problem, right?
Web, yeah, the web between your fingers.
Yeah, the web. It blew all of that out, right? So what I did was I separated my fingers like this, okay? And I made a device. I just wedged something in there up here to keep the fingers apart, and I gave them like a wrap like that because I know where to burn. You let the burn meet. I let the burn like just open to the air. I don't like to, which is probably why I don't have many scars. But it was like, okay, I'll let this thing air dry, and I kept working. I mean, I never stopped working. So it scabbed over, right? And then it started to develop that goo, right? Do you remember this?
It's disgusting.
So what I would do is every day. This is like over a process. Every day when I went to sleep, I would tape my fingers together like this, okay? So that this would grow in, and then in the morning when I wake up, I would take a razor blade and cut them apart, spread them back out.
Goo, yeah.
Right?
Plasma zero says.
So I would spread them back out like this, and then fix it, and then go to work, okay? And then when I was done working, I'd tape them back together again like this, and then the next morning I cut them apart again.
Yeah.
And every morning I would take a little bit of the goo and spread it over this way, and spread a little bit of goo. Am I making this up?
No.
This is exactly how it happened. So, but look, there's not even a scar,
No,
nothing.
It's beautiful.
So yeah, I gave myself like basically skin grafts by spreading the goo. Because that goo, when you get a
Skin
burn,
graft is when you take skin from another part of your body. And
well,
you put
when
it
you
on.
get a burn, that clear goo that bubbles up and it turns kind of
Plasma.
like, whatever you call it, right?
Primordial goo.
That actually becomes the skin.
Yeah.
So I made sure that like every section of it got an even coating of the goo, and it worked perfectly. There were other incidents. Oh God, I can't even remember.
Cosmetic surgeon Uncle Tony. Disgusting. Ectopic plasma. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Or playing on TV. Let's see. Uncle Tony has comic book healing powers.
There was that one time they wanted to send me to a burn. You remember when I crashed the Ninja? I had the road rash.
Yeah.
I crashed the Ninja, high-sided a Ninja at some ridiculous speed, right? And I slid along for forever, okay? And I took all of the skin like from here to here off this arm, and then all of the skin from here to the middle of my ass off. And they wanted to actually send me to a friggin' burn unit, right? So I was like, no, I'm not, you know. So it was one of those things where get me out of this place, I'll heal myself. So I made them check me out, I made Kathy check me out of the hospital. I went home and I picked out all of the, like there was all like pieces of like road, like you know, gravel and little pieces of glass and shit like that. And I got a tweezer and I plucked all of it out. And again, see, no scars, no nothing. It all grows back real good if you don't let the doctors edit. You just fix it yourself, you'll be fine.
This is not EMS advice, no.
Well, you got me started on injuries. You start talking about injuries. And if I sit here long enough, I'll remember.
You're actually lucky. You haven't had anything too crazy. You know?
Not too crazy.
Your broken leg is probably the worst.
Shattered tibia?
Yeah, your broken leg. But that was just from riding a bike.
Which was another one that made them check me out in the hospital. Like, oh, you're gonna have to throw
You're
a
the
rock in that
worst
thing.
patient. Like really seriously.
Oh.
The worst patient. No, he says. No, you threw me out of the room.
I did throw you out of the room.
You did throw me out of the room. And the nurse at the station was looking at me like, oh my God, what's going on?
One time I shattered my tibia. I had a guy make a left turn in front of me. I was on a KZ750. And guy made a left turn in front of me. I got the bike sideways because I didn't want to hit it head on. I wanted to hit it sideways. So I locked up the back brake, got the bike sideways. I was trying to get off between, so as the bike hit the car, I was trying to like get myself over the tank. and my leg got caught between the tank and the car, so it shattered my tibia. So they put me in a fire department came, they put me in a splint, they brought me to the hospital. Now, when you have a motorcycle accident, at least in New York, right, they announce you as an organ donor, right? They tell you, as soon as they wheel you in, they go, organ donor. So you can't even make this shit up. So they put you in a room. If you have a motorcycle accident in New York, no painkillers, no nothing. You just gotta sit there, and you go to the end of the line. Regardless of what's wrong with you, you go to the end of the line. Okay, so I was in a fire department splint, and I'm sitting there for hours, and Kathy comes, and the rest of my family comes, and they're all like, you know, oh, you know, you gotta listen to what the doctors say, listen to what the doctors say. I'm like, no, I don't wanna listen to what the doctors say. This thing is gonna heal just fine. So he brings out the x-rays, and you can see, he's showing me the x-rays, right? And it's like, you know, it's shattered, it's splintered, and then it's got some floaters in there, and then like, okay. And then I had broken my ankle like 6 months before. And he's like, oh, and you have your ankle's broken too. And I was like, no, that's an old one. That's I did that last year. So he says, well, you know, we're gonna have to schedule you for surgery. I'm like, you're gonna have to do what? He says, well, yeah, we're gonna have to put a rod in there. And I was like, you ain't putting a rod in that friggin' leg. I said, next time I have a motorcycle accident, instead of me simply breaking a bone, it's gonna cause this whole fiasco. You're not gonna put a rod in there. So I said, get me out of this place. So they fought me like crazy. Remember that?
They fought you? No.
You
Opposite.
fought me like crazy.
Them. You fought them and everybody else.
You gotta listen to them. Right? And the doctor's like, no,
your leg was swelling in the temporary cast.
But you remember the doctor's like, oh, you're gonna lose that leg. You remember his exact words. The doctor's like, you're gonna lose that leg. I'm like, bullshit, I'm gonna lose that leg. Get me out of here. So they got me out of there.
This is why they call them organ donors, because they're argumentative when they come in and they need help.
I don't want people messing around with my body. It's that simple. If I think
motorcycles then.
if I think I can heal it, I'm gonna give it a shot healing it, right? So they got out of the hospital. The next day, a friend of mine was a biker, and they had their club had a doctor, an Egyptian, that had a private practice. And I went to him, and he casted it up for me, and he says, well, cut the cast off in what do we say, 3 months, whatever it was. Cut the cast off in 3 months, and you'll be good as new. And I did, and it's good as new.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Tony.
Yes.
Next question. Let's see. I would have gone back to that doctor months later and been like, how do you like me now?
Yeah, seriously, right?
You were limping for a long time after that.
I still do.
A long time. Like one leg is a little shorter than the other, I think.
I see it. I see it when she shoots a video and I'm walking in the video, I see all of my injuries.
Yeah.
People watch the videos and they either think I'm drunk or like I'm lurching around, because I tend to lurch when I move, but it's because everything's been broken.
This is Kathy sure did. I got killed once and didn't even notice. I don't know, Tony.
Hey, I'm here in one piece.
Yeah. I have the same feeling about hospitals as you, Tony. Yeah. I mean, nobody likes the hospital. But still, there are people that go there that, you know, that work there that do really try and help people. So.
They do, but their job is to do stuff, okay? Is that simple? And the more stuff they do, the more of their job they're doing. So that's what they're paid to do. But if I think that I can heal it myself, I try to heal it myself. I've broken, if you remember one time I broke my finger, we were taking those, we were at that junkyard, we were pulling the hinges off that car, and the hood hinge, and it snapped back and it broke my finger. So I took a VIN tag, and I taped the VIN tag to my finger, like as a splint, and left it like that for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. Fine, it's perfect.
You don't like the hospital smell. I don't like how cold it is.
No, the only way I could ever see myself staying, let's say, overnight in a hospital is if I was in a coma. That's the only way. I would have to be literally in a coma.
Well, why would you make me stay then?
Cause
Why do I have to stay, but you don't have to stay?
Because
How does that
you're more
work?
fragile than I am.
Oh, I'm more fragile.
Yes.
Could you run through that again, Tony? I wasn't concentrating.
From just what I
I
can.
don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Torn rotator cuff syndrome here.
I got that too.
Raymond says, yeah, it freaking hurts. I have it as well.
I got that too.
You
But
know,
that,
I got it working on Plan Z when we first started working on it.
I've had it. It's been a reoccurring thing for my whole life. From the time I'm a teenager, it's just, yeah, and you know, it's almost back to like normal now.
I think everybody gets it like at a certain age, right? Like you're gonna, if you do anything, you're gonna tell your rotator cuff.
You can injure it at any age, but as you get older, it becomes more likely.
Rich says no injuries, but I almost died twice.
The time I,
But you didn't die, Rich.
you remember the meat glove?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's disgusting.
I had.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about nice things. Let's see. Let's get some questions. No injuries. Yeah, right. No, let's not talk about the meat glove. All right. You're going to read these questions by yourself and I'm going to go inside.
Why?
Because it's gross.
All right, I won't tell the story.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Grandpa. Oh, you Grandpa? Let's see. There was a Hemi Cuda in New York that was the last one produced. Did
Okay.
you know that? No? Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Let's see. Yes, I was getting grossed out. I will write about the experiences. Oh, okay. The Grim Reaper hates you. Oh, that's good.
The what?
There's somebody rich who almost died twice.
Oh.
Your body will surely heal by itself, maybe not at the right angles, right? We had a cat, remember the cat that we had? That he disappeared for a year?
Oh yeah.
And then he came home a year later, and his leg was dislocated,
Yeah.
and he was dragging his foot, but like it healed like that. I guess he got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And he just kind of huddled up wherever he was. We went looking for him. We couldn't find him. And eventually he made it home. But like, his leg couldn't be healed because it healed the way it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy.
As long as you set everything the way it's got to be. Like when I shattered my tibia, before the fire department got there, when I looked at my leg, you know, my one leg is like this and the other leg is like this. So I was like, okay, that's a problem. So before the fire department got there, I mean, the accident had just happened. And when I tried to move, I felt the bones kind of like clinking together inside. So I says, well, the endorphins are, you know, now is the time to, if you're going to fix something, now's the time to do it because the endorphins are there. So I took my leg and I straightened out everything as best I could. You know, got my foot to where it was kind of normal.
Wise.
But it didn't hurt. See, if I had waited like 20 minutes after that, or I waited for the fire department to do it, it would have hurt like a motherfucker. But instead, I did it just immediately after the accident.
But can't you hit like certain arteries and stuff doing that? Like the bones can like...
Probably, but I mean, I'm okay.
I'm just saying you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't try to set your own leg like that. You don't know what's going on.
Anytime I've broken anything, I've said it. Well, when I broke these ribs, I mean, you can't do anything with ribs. Cause I broke 2 or 3 ribs on this side. I don't know. There was a period of about 2 years when I was either in a wheelchair or on crutches, like consistently, because as soon as I would heal from one accident, I would have another. It was really bad.
Let's see. Tony, who taught you most about mechanics?
Me?
You didn't teach yourself the most about mechanics.
I didn't?
No, you had to learn from somebody, right?
No, I mean when I was a kid, I used to help. We had a mechanic that lived across the street from me, and I would help him like scraping gaskets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like actually working on cars and learning the theory and practice of all this stuff, no, completely self-taught.
Let's see. Yeah, no, but when you worked with the fuel cars, you weren't self-taught.
No, I had to learn that stuff. There was nobody that came along and said, "Hey, this is how this works." And I thought, Gene Adams gave me a Gene Adams gave me my first tune-up, and it was really a basic. It was just he sold me a pump, he sold me nozzles, and he was like, "Here, put these nozzles in these holes, put this check valve in, you know, this jet in the main, this pressure in the check valve, blah blah blah." So he gave me my first basic tune-up, but that was as far as it went, and then I had to learn trial and error what worked and what didn't, and more stuff doesn't work than does.
See, I don't know how to say this name right. I'm not gonna say it right. Cash BTW says, "I've been watching you for too long. You're an inspiration to many, including myself, boss man."
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I mean, honestly, I think that's what we aim to do on this channel. Nobody's trying to impress anybody. Nobody's trying to fucking. All we're trying to do is just be inspirational. If I can do it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we don't use any fancy equipment. We don't have lifts. We don't, like I'm doing that Barracuda 100% outside. Because a lot of people watch this channel don't even have a garage. So everything we do on that 65 Barracuda, I'm doing outside on the gravel. Because a lot of our viewers, that's all they have access to. So if I can work on this car outside on the gravel, so can you.
Jim May says, "I'm recovering from open heart surgery in an ICU right now. Avoid it if you can, especially if you like your ribs." Oh, sorry, Jim May.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, it's horrible.
Sorry. I'm one of those people, I don't want to know. If there's something wrong with me, I don't want to know.
So you're scared?
No, it's not scared.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is.
No, it has nothing to do.
Yes, it
It has nothing to do with scared.
You just have to face it.
No.
Yes.
There have been times that I've had through the course of my life. I have chest pains, angina, resting angina, which is a really bad one. That's when I get you. I haven't had that in a long time.
That's good.
But I knew at that point, okay, do very calm things, change your diet, right? And there were like long periods of time where the only thing I would eat would be chicken breast cooked in garlic with some lemon on it, right? And like so I would get to a point where I'd get the whole resting angina thing, right? And it's like, okay, stop. And I would start taking baby aspirins. She'd start giving me aspirins. And then I would change my diet and eat nothing but chicken breast cooked in garlic, lots of garlic.
And olive oil.
And olive oil. And I would do that for like a few weeks. And that would clean out my system. And then all of that would go away. Good as new.
No, you should have a first aid kit in the garage.
Yeah, probably.
You should wear a belt.
A belt?
Yeah.
Oh, to make a tourniquet?
To make a tourniquet.
I can always find something to
Yeah,
make
but
a
you don't
tourniquet.
want to be looking for something if you need a tourniquet. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm pretty
That's
good.
not the time to be like, oh, what could I make a tourniquet out of? But like I wear a belt specifically.
Maybe I could just grab a long zip tie off the shelf and do it with a zip tie. I mean, I'm not worried about that.
Some vacuum line, yeah. Spark plug wire, yeah.
Yeah, there's always something around you could tie yourself off with.
Let's see. Garlic doesn't like evil.
Garlic thins your blood. It cleans out the gack.
Cleans up the gap.
Cleans out the gack.
Doctors are no different from mechanics. But then they get paid by insurance companies and charge what they want.
Mechanics and doctors have a lot in common.
Let's see. Zero says, I do have a problem with garlic. Do you? Half-inch holes sends you a super chat.
Thank you.
I normally ask about Weber induction, but hearing your stories of injuries, we are the same. That's why the Lord gave us spares.
Yeah, I've healed myself from everything you can think of.
Garlic and olive oil is a great combo. It is. The Mediterranean diet is the best thing that you can eat.
The thing is, you got to be in tune with your body. So if you don't, you end up like our friend there with And I'm not saying because some things are hereditary and some things are just you have no control over. But if you're going through like a normal life and you're built normally, let's just say you don't have any physical defects from the get-go. You know when you're not feeling right. You know when things aren't right. When you're either out of breath or you get pains in certain places that you're not supposed to have pain on. So it's like you know these things, and if you pick up on the early signs of it, if you're tuned into your own body and you pick up on the early signs of it, you can take steps right away, immediately to kind of circumnavigate it. That said, I could drop dead tonight.
Yeah. So,
But I'm 62, and I'm in pretty good shape for a 62-year-old.
Yeah, I saw you do that headstand and that break dancing that you did. That was pretty good. But you did hurt your back the other day.
Again.
You hurt his back. So.
Well, I re-hurt my back.
Re-hurt his back.
But I'm okay.
Thursday, you hurt your back.
Yes.
So that's why his only come on video because he couldn't walk on Friday. Oh, Tony. And you're probably going to hurt it again tomorrow. And I was going to put the
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
Shall we do the carnivore diet here because it makes me feel the best, does it?
I did the carnivore diet.
It's going to make me feel good.
I lost almost 30 pounds in just over a month on the carnivore diet. Way back when. It was like
I can't.
10 or 15 years ago. And it works. The only problem with the carnivore diet, they say that you get used to it and your appetite, changes. But I didn't. Like the whole time I was on the carnivore diet, I was forever famished. Like I couldn't eat enough. It was ridiculous. So it worked. I lost a lot of weight in no time at all. But it was anguish. Okay. What's up, man? Come on. What are we doing here? More cookies? Come on. Come on.
The starch in your pasta would be battling the garlic. Yeah? Let's see. The spinal column injuries last the longest and can reappear anytime after. Carnivore diet saved your brother's life. Did it? That's awesome. It has to die for me to eat. Yeah, 0.
Sorry, guys.
Cookie took round 2, yeah. They were going a little crazy. I seen a patient putting Tylenol daily on her cornflakes. Really? Oh my goodness. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Whole grain pasta, I'd rather eat the box it came in.
What? Thank you.
Some people go to the doctor for every little ache. That's true. But when it's something that's not normal. That guy says this dude is like the Hemi wizard. Would that be you, Tony?
This is a what?
That guy says this dude is like the Hemi wizard.
I have a lot of Hemi experience.
Dada says, I swear. No, I believe you. She puts Tylenol on her cornflakes. Shush. Oh. I fell for the cookie trick about 4 times. Would you, Scoop? You can eat as much as you want on the gorilla diet. Oh, yeah?
No, the carnivore diet really works, but
The Mediterranean diet is the best for you.
That's what we're trying right now. I've lost 11 pounds. I was at 200, now I'm 189. But I can't seem to break below that. I want to get down to like 110.
God forbid, 110. That's ridiculous. 110. Oh my God.
Winnie, shut up.
Seafood diet, yeah.
I don't eat seafood.
I eat seafood and some chicken. I don't really like chicken.
Shush.
I like
Shush. Come here. Sit.
and vegetables.
Good
I like
girl.
a lot of vegetables.
Good girl. You're so good.
Red says Winnie. Who's Winnie my brand? Danny Boy says I've lost 25 pounds this year. Awesome.
Congratulations. It's not easy, especially when you get to our age. It's like
Yeah, it's harder as you
it
go.
doesn't want to come off.
Yep. Yep. Especially if you don't smoke. It helps if you smoke.
You know what helps you lose weight?
No.
People don't realize that riding motorcycles helps you lose weight,
Oh yeah, you're always moving.
right? You don't realize it, right? You say, well, you're just sitting there on a motorcycle. When you're sitting on a motorcycle, when you're riding a motorcycle, there are so many micro movements through your whole body because you ride subconsciously for the most part, right? You maintain balance and direction with the motorcycle subconsciously. So that's why, like, it'll go where you look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go around a turn, if you're looking to the outside of the turn, you'll automatically ride to the outside. You're looking to the inside, you'll automatically look to, so that's why you always gotta look where you wanna be, because your body controls the motion of the motorcycle with all these little micro movements that you don't even realize. So you get on a bike and you ride for, let's say, a couple of hours, you get off of there and you feel like you've been working. You know, the muscles are all, so it's a good way to lose weight.
Dr. Eric Shannon Porter says 110 won't be able to lift a wrench. Fatty burger at 20 is so tasty. Pancakes will fatten you up, yeah. Intermittent fasting works.
See, they're going nuts now. What, sweetheart?
Zero says I'm like 20 pounds away from being 20 pounds away from my former fight weight. The podcast has 20 pounds, you're right.
Gotcha.
We have a border collie next to us listening to your border collie. Oh yeah, Blue Brick Garage. Very cool. They're the best, aren't they? They're so awesome.
Beautiful.
Let's see, 110 pounds will get you into the 13s, Tony.
Speed secrets.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Dada says, understand that when you lose weight, you lose 50% fat and 50% muscle. Muscles are 2 times the fat weight when you train. You think you don't lose, but it's muscles that's growing and taking the fat weight. Right?
I was just trying to get rid of the gut.
Yeah.
And I got rid
You need to
of
lose
most
muscle,
of it.
especially at our age.
I've lost a couple of inches off my waist.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Boxing makes you lose weight doing it, not watching it.
Right.
Yeah, wrestles you. Muay Thai will get you lean, but you have to stay at it in a few years. Yeah. I'm definitely losing brain muscle by now. Danny, what's it? Losing brain muscle. Weight reduction is different for everyone. It is. You know. Svelte is a ballerina, Uncle Tony, circa 2024. All right, Tony, we're coming near the end.
Oh, we coming near the end already?
Yeah, we are.
That was fast.
Let's see, Rainy Slant 6 says locally collected honey from bees, collecting pollen from local flowers is supposed to be the best for helping folks get relief from
Allergies.
Allergies, yeah.
Yeah. Local honey.
Brain deficiency is also age-related. It is. Mm-hmm.
I'm still fairly sharp.
Were we talking about our dementia earlier today?
Okay, now wait, that's weird. Oh, there it is. Oh, the ball is underneath.
I tell you, I can't. You guys rock. Thank you, Uncle Tony and Uncle Kathy Bananas. Oh, thank you, Rich B1.
All right, so let's stop this before the dogs really start going nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ball is stuck under my chair. She can't get it.
All right. So, what do we have to talk about? It's the beginning of September. It's September 1st.
I don't know. Don't say the date because then how are we going to replay this next
I
week?
didn't think of that. You're right.
Now I
I'm
have
sorry.
to cut it out.
Scratch the whole thing about this being September 1st. All right. So, I have nothing I want to talk about, nothing I want to promote.
No. Why?
What?
Why?
I don't, because I'm done. I'm just done. There's nothing left. Dementia.
Are you Tony?
Shut up. Just shut up.
Wrap this up. She's looking at you like, what's wrong with you?
Shut up. So.
It's the dementia, right? What in the world?
So, everybody contributes super chat. Thank you so much. This thing eats all of your super chat. You have no idea. She's as expensive as having a nitro car. No question about it.
She's not.
Yes, she is.
Not.
So everybody contribute super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody contribute your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally. We're eternally grateful for you guys. Our mods are awesome mods. Zero, Fubar, Mexican Spec, Harry, guys. Thank you so much. If you still want to hang out, Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage does like an overlapping live with us. So shut up. Just please shut up for 30 seconds.
So sit. Do this. Look, Winnie, sit.
What looks
Oh, she's sitting. Good.
good girl.
Down. Oh, sit down. Good girl.
So if you still want to hang out, head over to Jamie's.
Good girl.
Tell me we sent you. Tell me I couldn't stay over at Tony's anymore. The freaking dog is driving me crazy.
She's the best.
We'll be back Wednesday night with Dr. Art, 7 o'clock. Grandpa.